All right, hi guys. I don't know, I just found a way to put this like this. I'll just turn. There you go. I hope you're doing well. Okay. I have a message for someone. So Spirit said to continue healing your inner child. There is a masculine or feminine energy, I don't know, but it feels masculine, that is healing their inner child right now, and it's very hard. Okay. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? Please use discernment and go meditate and talk with the Most High, okay? I feel like this person is going through a lot. Like, you see how the currents are going, like, you know? Please use your intuition at this time, or have more compassion, be more understanding, be kind, okay? There's someone healing their inner child right now, and okay, so the reason why he told me this message, it was that last night, before that video I showed you guys, the one at nighttime with the moon and everything, before that, before I left my house, it was like midnight or something like that, okay? So before that, the reason why I was walking out, it was because I don't know if you guys have heard my podcast. There's a couple episodes, maybe the beginning episodes, where I'm literally like in my new place and I'm talking and you hear this child screaming in the background, right? And at first I thought it was someone with disability or someone that has autism or something like that, but it's not the case. Last night I got the confirmation because, again, this is why I feel weird talking about this, but I feel like it needs to be said. I think a lot of us need to understand that not everybody is born to be a mother. And I feel like a lot of people now use children in order to trap a person or to keep the finances, or, you know, it's really toxic. And it's crazy because this is something that it's not crazy, it's the truth. Whenever I connect, or whenever I channel, whenever I'm meditating, I also feel the energy of my mom, who, glory be to God, she's one of my ancestors and ruthless warriors, okay? And I know that her energy as well is with the person with the heart transplant or something like that. I know she always wanted to be, even in the physical, she would say, like, I always wanted to be a nurse, I wanted to be, you know, she could have been like a secret healer. She was very connected to nature, very connected to plants. But she never got to do that, and that's one. I know that's one of the things that she regrets. It's staying in a situation because of a dude, because of men. Even though it wasn't working out, even though this person cheated on her, even though this person was horrible to her daughter, and that's another thing that I'm learning, that she's showing me, that this is why she's not accepting any man in my life that is there to take advantage or try to, you know, take from my energy, or trying to deprive me of my gifts, or trying to stop me from doing what I'm doing. Like, that's something that my mom is like, whoo. So whoever needs to hear this, if you're trying to get to me, you gotta talk to the Most High and my mom, okay? Because she's the first blocker of anybody who is a liar, a cheater, a con-having, like, I'm telling you. Just saying. And some of you have either a mother, a father, or someone in your family who was of the higher force light, okay? Because be careful, there's spirits in your family too that are fucking envious and jealous, and that's how they pass away, and that's how they're trying to block your shit. So you have to discern, okay? Anyways, she's letting me know that a lot of things as well that I went through as a child, I didn't deserve that. And I know that she's like, please forgive me. And I already forgiven her and forgot all of those things. But I know that she's trying to make sure now also that those, even in my surroundings, even my neighbors, y'all, they are not going through what I went through, or what she allowed or she let that went through. That, thank God, she keeps saying all the time, that I didn't stay a victim, and I didn't acted or be like the people who hurt me, right? So now she's trying to, like, she's like the encourager of, like, children, kind of like, don't be like your parents, don't be like those people who hurt you, if they're hurting you, if they're traumatic. Like, these are people who need to go to therapy, okay? A lot of parents need to go to therapy, for real, okay? But what I'm getting at is that okay, this is difficult. Okay, so I came out because this child was screaming, okay? And it's not like a scream like, you know, like you're tired, or a scream of hunger, or like, no, it was a scream of like nurture. Like, you know when someone's thirsty for touch, for physical, like for love and nurturing, and a mother nurturing and stuff like that. Like, that's what that scream was like. And it reminded me of my childhood, because I wanted that from my father's side. So I have father wounds that I'm still healing. But and that's something that me and my dad are healing together in our spiritual journey as well. But I literally, as I came out, I hear this child screaming, like yelling, like it was like it was so loud, and I was like, oh my god. And at first I was like, you know, it has to be some type of episode or something, you know. But it was like no. And then I hear the mom like walking back and forth, like not wanting to nurture this child, not wanting to, like, oh, shut up, like stop yelling, like what do you want? Like, it was just like, and you can tell that this child, all they want is like for you to stop and like hug them and like nurture them, you know. And that's who I was like, oh god, I don't want to judge, like you know, everyone has been there, like we're tired, we don't have, like, you know, the energy and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know, once you have kids, that's it. Like that's it. Like, you're there for that child, you're there to guide and be there. But I understand, like, you know, other people is like, no, you know, there needs to be that healthy like distance or something like that. I don't know, it depends. You gotta use your own judgment as well. Like, this child was literally, all they wanted was a hug, or like, you can tell, like that too. Again, I'm an empath, so I will feel this. So I start, like, the spirit was like, okay, pray for that child, pray for that child. So I started, like, literally not indoor door, but like near where I was going, where I could hear them. And then I start praying and kind of nurturing this child, like kind of like picturing that I'm like, hey, you know, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. And like the mom was even escalating, like yelling at the child, but this child was like, it was a scream of like, love me, like, why don't you love me, you know? And that's so sad. And I feel like a lot of divine masculines who didn't get nurtured by healthy, conscious mothers, they are in this energy of like, now as an adult, they're like seeking for validation. Okay, this is why a lot of them, they're pretending, they're into promiscuity, they're into like down low, whatever the hell that means. Like, that's, I don't know what the fuck, you guys, I'm not here to judge, but like, that's just avoiding not being accountable and not committing to your healing, committing to healing your heart. Like, this is deep masculine that close their heart because their mother, or maybe a relationship, or sister or mother, another dog passed by, wasn't there for them when they needed it most. And literally after I was like praying and like, you know, imagine like calling Archangel Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel to heal this child, please, you know, nurture them and give them protection and support, give them that love. And I swear to you, the child stopped crying. Like, even the mom was like, are you okay? Like, she's talking in French, but the child just stopped. Like, he was just like soothing himself, like learning how to heal themselves, and kind of like, I'm just gonna stop. And then this morning, all I hear is the mom and stuff, but the child is like the mom is trying to like pray with them or something like that, and the child is just very like, it is what it is. Be careful. Maybe that burning the bridge could be a message for some mother here, or some of y'all. Like, you need to heal, okay? Because when you abandon your child, or you give them the silent treatment, or you neglect them, okay, or you neglect them from like loving them, okay, because you think other things, you're prioritizing other things, and you think that that's what it is, you know. And I'm not here to judge, because nobody's perfect here, no parenting is perfect, but like, learn to recognize when it's time to be like detached, or healthy detached, so that your child can learn things on their own, guide themselves to themselves, and then when is the time that you have to be there. Because I'm telling you right now, there's gonna come a time that you're gonna need your child, and they're not gonna be there for you because you weren't there for them. Okay? It might be the reverse. For a lot of you, yes, they will be there for you when you need them, but it won't be the same. It won't be as fulfilling or as active a story as some of you want. 10 on the clock. Like, there's someone closing some type of cycle and accepting just what it is. And like, yeah. I don't know. I feel like a lot of you, okay, wait. He asked me to, I'm reading this book, okay, On the Road with St. Augustine, okay, A Real World Spirituality for Restless Hearts, okay, so I can be speaking with someone who's restless in the heart, okay. There's a message for you. Okay, no, I have one for promiscuity, okay, but this is one for you, for whoever this is, okay. This is page 98, Detours on the Way to Myself. This is the sex section, but I'm looking into it because there's a lot of people that have very unhealthy coping mechanisms and how they use sex to avoid or try to not really feel or be vulnerable, but that comes from wounding, right? It comes from, like, you know, so that's something that I'm looking more into it so that I can be a better, you know, teacher, guiding and stuff like that. So I'm re-educating myself, relearning myself so that I can be that person that guides other people. Not that I'm gonna be perfect, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that I don't have that much. Like, there's a lot of people that have a lot of sexual experience, but I believe that doesn't mean that you have sleeping with multiple partners. It doesn't mean that you have more sexual experience. It just means that you're immature, that you don't have healthy coping ways of how to you know, cope with things, okay. Also, you need to be deliverance, because a lot of y'all, you think that having multiple sex partner is a flex, but it's really not. I talk about that in the podcast. It's really having multiple demonic entities inside that you haven't been delivered yet. And then you're passing that around to other people. So don't think that STD, sexual transmitted diseases, is not transmitted spiritually. And this is what the system doesn't want you guys to believe. This is why it induces like porn, and this is why in social media and all this stuff, it's all like promiscuity and like polygamy shit, which, by the way, anybody in that journey, you're fucking cursed. I don't know why I felt like saying fucking, but yeah, you're fucking cursed. For real. I'm telling you. That's not the energy. And already the Holy Spirit, our creator, already closed that cycle for a lot of y'all. So don't complain about your finances, your health situation, things just falling apart for you, a lot of tower moments until you learn your lesson. A lot of y'all, stop coping and numbing with people that they don't have the best interest for you. They're just using you as their masturbation tool. You want to be used and damaged like that, then that's on you, my friend. Don't complain, okay? Now, this is part of that inner child. This is why I started with the inner child. This is what someone is healing, because I feel like they went through a lot of traumatic experiences as a child that has programmed them and conditioned them that thinking that seeking validation from other people, having multiple sex partner, being a cheater, a fucking liar and stuff like that, like that's what you want to leave behind. That's your legacy that you want to leave behind. Okay, so be my guest, but don't complain, you know, because you become bitter and jealous and envious, and this is why the enemy uses you to attack other people, to create more bad karma for you. Since you already have some, you're already like, okay, I'm just gonna create more. Okay, hey, very soon you're not gonna be here very long, so whatever. Anyways, there's a message here. It says, pain is how the body tells us to stop, to slow down, to attend to a problem. Frustration, sadness, and heartbreak are the pains of a life that's running against the grain, exactly, against the current, okay? What's both sad and endlessly ingenious in a diabolical way is the extent to which we can deny the pain. paper over it with explanations and rationalizations, mute it with louder music and more partners. We are masters at dissimulation. We can construe almost anything as if it were pleasure in order to talk ourselves into being happy. We are great pretenders. Stop being a pretender. Stop pretending. Okay, stop pretending that you're hurting. Stop pretending that you're sad. Stop pretending. It's not healthy for you. This is why the suicide rate is so high right now. Stop pretending. This is what the system wants you to be doing. Stop doing that. There's ways that you can pretend, sort of healthy ways for, let's say, certain jobs, certain situations or whatever. Like, you can be polite, you can be, you know what I'm saying, but you can tell people the truth in a nice way. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop being like, yeah, those superpowers of self-deception are amplified when society tells us that pain is pleasure, that our disappointment is happiness, and that we're living the dream. Who you lying? Who you lying? You're lying to yourself. That mother that I heard, she's lying to herself, right? But unfortunately, that's just what it is. That child is gonna grow up with, like, you know, and hopefully that prayer helped that child to know that they're loved, no matter what this person is doing or not giving them love and stuff like that. A lot of you are. This is why I'm saying, like, there's a lot of people that accept the minimum and breadcrumbing and stuff like that. It's because as a child, you accepted that shit. You were okay with it. You thought that that was a form of love. Some of you think abusive behavior, acting cold or detached or some type of way towards someone that you love, acting like nonchalant or you don't care, it's a form of, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna find better, or that finding better or something like that. Like, I'm telling you, you're lying to yourself. Getting the emperor out of his clothes is the new lie we're all complicit in, even if it's killing us, isolating us, and leaving us lonelier than ever. We don't just buy this spin, we purvey it. Okay, the other message, I'm gonna read it, is something about someone being promiscuous, like Anissa's message or something like that. I don't want to make this too long. This is what I wanted to say. It was someone's healing their inner child and they're coping with this. Maybe that message about something about sexually using sex to cope or to manipulate people and stuff like that. That's the other message, okay? So, and yeah, this is gonna make someone move fast, that's for sure. I love you guys. I hope this is helpful. Continue healing that inner child. It's not easy, okay? It's not meant to, okay? A lot of us went through, this is why decolonization is important. And I feel like a lot of the healing, the inner child, needs to be combined with spirituality and decolonization. So get to the root of it, okay? I'm seeing the root chakra, okay? Work on your foundations. And if, it's so let it be. Like, if the foundation needs to be crumbled down, then let it, you know? Let things just crumble what it is and let God refine you and mold you into the actual person that you're meant to be here, okay? And stop seeking validation from external shit. Like, I'm telling you, it's not gonna help you at the end of the day, okay? Continue doing the good work, because I'm telling you, it's not only helping you in the long run, but in the future generation, you're gonna help your legacy that you're leaving behind, or other people, maybe communities and stuff like that, okay? So continue doing this work, okay? It matters. I love you.